Hello, I'm Bob, Analyst with Demtech Services. Today I'm going to do a two-part video to show you how to weld thin mill woven coated polyethylene. What we're welding here is 12 mil, which is notoriously hard to weld. It's not a problem, the machine just needs to be set up correctly. First, I'm going to talk to you about how to weld it in the field. The important thing is not to have too much overlap. I'm going to show you on this material about how much overlap you need in the field. Here's your material. You want about 4 inches. So you want to make sure that your overlap is only about that long. You try to get that overlap before you start welding all the way down your seam, no matter how long it is. There are going to be times when you can't get the same overlap the whole way because of curves in the slope. So when that occurs, you have to trim off some or push the fabric back like this and get the proper overlap. Sometimes that is impossible, so you take a marker and a paint pen and you draw along the seam. You can see this here. You see the width of your trim. If it's too long, you can take your scissors or a straight blade and run along the seam and cut it to the right length so that when this folds back over onto the line, you have the proper width. If it's too long, it'll bind in the machine. You can get away with a little bit long, but not too long, or it'll bind in the machine. The other thing you want to be careful of is not to get it too hot. Your temperature on your machine, as you can see here, is on this side of the machine. If you hit your little blue set button, you'll see that it tells you the set point. This is your actual temperature. It'll change. I have it set right now at 60 degrees room temperature at 386 with a speed of 800, and I'm getting passing welds. When we do our weld, we'll show you what a passing weld is. It's better to start your welds so they don't stick. In other words, your wedge, which is the heating element here that melts the plastic, you want to make sure that is better to have it too cold than too hot. You can always turn the temperature up a little bit of time, then melting through and creating a big mess. Okay, we'll start on part 2.